And finally tonight, the second in NBR's week-long series looking at the tough economic issues facing some of America's biggest cities, which account for 85% of the nation's GDP. Tonight, a proud city on the Great Lakes is being pushed to the breaking point by pensions, and we're not talking about Detroit. Scott Cohn has more from Chicago.
Chicago likes to think of itself as a world-class city, but it also has a world of problems.
The big story, the mass shootings in Chicago.
Chicago is the murder capital of America, 500 last year, and this year isn't turning out much better.
She was mine, and who was you to take her from me?
Gun violence is epidemic.
It has happened again. An innocent child is shot, this time at a park while celebrating the 4th of July.
It doesn't help that there are 1,700 fewer police officers on the street than there were 5 years ago.
We all know the problem. That's
Mayor Rahm Emanuel, the former White House chief of staff, last month unveiling his latest budget with a $338 million shortfall. That's an improvement from a year ago. But for every step forward, one thing keeps tugging Chicago's sleeve: pensions.
We cannot allow the future to become a stark choice between a pension payment or a police officer, a pension payment or a parks program, a pension payment or a school principal.
The city and state have been scrimping on their payments to Chicago's 6 pension funds for years. Now the funds are nearly $27 billion in the red. That's nearly 8 times as bad as Detroit. The teachers union says the city owes its fund $400 million by June, and members are in no mood for more concessions.
We're not interested in sort of having a conversation first about, us making a bunch of sacrifices, and by us, I mean people who've worked their entire life, have been promised a particular pension, and now we're going to have it cut by a third.
The mayor's office estimates Chicago has about half the funding it needs to meet its pension obligations. Some private estimates are far lower than that. But even in some cities where things don't seem so dire, they may not be as good as they seem. Our next report, Miami. We'll take a close look at the municipal bond market. A market renowned for its safety may not be so safe after all. Scott Cohn, Nightly Business Report, Chicago.